yeah, in some way, so I call the world news. You can world news and someone Eja to say we are say for na no. Me no ga say dear. Kamia say enche ye benya shortage of condoms. Ewo eye area say for na when ye Ghana nkwampo. Now this is because one of the top condom manufacturers our we say for na they abeto dwa say Iran, Israel, any US in tokwa air kosono affect condom. Inti sa break the condom prices ebe shutu up akobe 20 to 30%. Ama for chem say hey any sa break the Ghana form ranti any Ghana form mabawa munshe musapo munsodi because already condom bo femokra no enipa dodo saying ene hwe so mu be yusu I mean from for protection and I feel preventing a year friend is unwanted pregnancies near the teenage pregnancy a cost to the bia unwanted pregnancy a cost to the bia I mean HIV is so you share statistics are a banner now to say a cost at this point you know say about told you say condom prices shoot to up and this is really going to be a can say a yardstick and I say more like a year a yardstick or a year mechanic say injina so bia amount for ebe jina so a wo mo ede ebe say condom the omuntimi nto because condom boy den e cost even po in some point ni yetimu say dru ba bia condom prices no ebinum kra nton omo de ma for free ni ade but ni nyina mu no ubehu ane say yes HIV spread any ade amount for chem say at this point ni yetumi say baby ekika condom kra enya effect as a result of Iran any Israel for ntokwaye omuku India. Who knows what will be next? I know so the prices ebe cost. But then people are still calling say whether the prices shoot up or not, there should be advocacy. Ebema Amanfo would see the need to protect themselves from STIs any idea and also prevent themselves from unwanted pregnancy. And tenoni in someone sisi abeto jaman for edi hu enkomo den pam. Now in other world news, you know, Ghana is trending. Other African countries are also trending equally. Now, Ninyina EFA, International Monetary Fund, IMF, were more projection of GDP growth. The African countries were more ababetuja. Nasa graph yo modia bay abusia ushemwa countries are hodwo na meche African countries to be precise hodwo no na sabre de yede wo GDP growth from 2025 2026 and projection into a year 2027 how is going to be now ushe Ghana dia utimi say there's been some pickup and any idea according to the projections IMF for the buy not just say Ghana yetimi akoyanim kakra I mean omo rank here 4.8%. That is in total no for a year Ghana yen GDP growth. Now share the chart on Mudiabetu Ghana is starting from Angola right to the last country. But then when you figure out Ghana, you realize say 2026 na yen nam inflation in about 6.0 and 2026 Eswatiaba 4.8 and Osha they are projecting 4.9 for a year 2027. But amount for Asha say compare Ghana to a year Kenya. Now say I mean they've always spoken about the fact that comparing Ghana to Kenya no Kenya for bomb humodin papa wo eye omuma inimu and we share the analysis every a year IMF for the air body and not just say 4.8 growth rate no HSM Ghana right now our economy is recovering and I think so there's been some strengthening in our recovery and this is one way or the other no going to buy us some confidence from investors and I think businesses we be bwama yebenya people and I say investors to come to the country and all that and what it means again, there is a potential for more jobs and business activities. Yes, into ye better ye hu kakra and better government revenue and so boa nature say sika femuni ade no ye ni now we Kenya. I mean Kenya in the East African countries, happens to be one of the strongest country with the GDP in terms of its GDP. Now, we share the growth now. It cuts across sectors like share technology, agriculture, finance, any other there. And then the economy of Kenya. And I think so we share more. They are slightly, below Ghana in this forecaster. IMF for no ediaba. So look at Kenya like this. In 2025 4.9, 2026 4.5, but then 2026 Ghana is 4.8, and I will share 2027 we are seeing Kenya to have 4.7, and as well as Ghana 4.9. It's not to say Ghana say though Kenya is having a grandin the East African no Ghana so say as a better amount for linking to the finance minister can to forcing so we're born home there, and some are saying that this shows indeed can overata Ghana bro papa because from what a year IMF is coming up with their studies with regards to the economy to the other countries, particularly African countries, and the GDP growth are banwa not to say born home we've seen Ethiopia, they are also doing well, other countries they are all doing well, and this is more or less like a plus to Ghana. There have been a lot of reactions to this particular charter. IMF Ebeto and Mountain. So now one person that has jumped on it to talk about it our finance minister Dr. Casely Ato Forcing. Now he's out, and then what you say it is a good one for him over there, and we just say ampa or boy Jumani there, and we share and someone or they about to jana yeah the better screens so the amount according to Ato Forcing it is an achievement. Now this is coming from the Ministry of Finance. I was saying the gains we achieved in 2025 provide a solid platform for continued recovery and policy predictability. Our focus now is to consolidate these gains, strengthen confidence, and build a more resilient and inclusive economy. Intuition and some good screens as well. Dr. Casey Ato Forcing, MP, Minister for Finance. Into a chairman, say the Ghana ya pick it up no. A chassis free 2025. Eba omo eba abemu no. Say no Ghana yen economy no recover. Na when so beboa ama se bi yetumi agina eno so ahye ye ho den na yakwa akoyenim se de be ya we can turn things around for ourselves in the country. Now he further went on to say to reinforce fiscal discipline and accountability, government has established key oversight institutions including an independent fiscal council and an office of value for money aimed at eliminating waste and improving public spending efficiency. Into a chema, a quite on bit me afa swabwa ama mekane se atenetene aba na afenso no akuntebuo aba oman amembuo na omu bunimu no omo ede eye institutions bi egu akwan mu a omo ebedi se adwuma no nti wo sure say fiscal council and ebusiafo na chese with regards to eye ensemo a eye yera Ato Forcing kan that institution no ebeboa ama the far a waste of money ehun sikaseye ene eniema bebre. We share the previous administration na ebetwe mu koye na some of the things we are dealing with corruption in cases work court ni nyina no boils down to causing financial loss to the country and this annual manoma way, and these are some of the things according to Ato Forcing the independent institution or set it up no wo mo ebehwe amasebe yehu se sika enwo hia enti yen waste sika no ewo eye eniema enwo hia so that is what he said. And public spending efficiency, there's a ye best ye sika bi dia ya ade a ye be calculation ye be bu one kontan atutu ni nyina ye pepepepepe say the be ya sika ni bi enko ways. Now he continued again with the listing of the benefits yenya from this GDP growth. Say government remains committed to sustaining the recovery by deepening structural reforms, maintaining fiscal discipline, and prioritizing productive investment. And to say ne de aban no wo mo eye de ombetimi bia se de be ya economy no entimi ensign na chibiem be bia ekọ no ebekọ nanim saa. And so omo de nhihye bi egu akwan mu e na baako e na yedi kankan, that's the fiscal discipline, whereby eni ekọ sika bia ho, sika bi ebeyi bia, any budget that will be drawn from any ministry no yedi eni ekọ ho. And after prioritizing productive investment, into say yeah, investigate nesika, any business, any project, any eyibiana, say yeah, there gains, and as emphaswo, Ghana for. If it is not going to bring any gains, and as emphaswo bia free Mumbadia, and yet there will be no need to invest in it. Intuition and someone yera kesli ato forcing church one dey na che as origin 2 cents wo ho omaya ade ye hwe say the we are topping chart the charter IMF for edeba na as ato for situation hye bebre e no mudi egu akwemo. See, the gains recorded in Ghana's economy are the result of carefully designed policy interventions and legislative reforms. These are not cosmetic gains. They are outcomes of well thought through reforms backed by laws and disciplined implementation. To chema kwan yo mo fa so amenne Ghana ye economy ni ye hu ne se de tie no. Wo mo to mo botena ase trotro ye dwene ho hwe niema ebeboa na eno mu di egu akwan mu nyete se bia ebinu mo akeka se o mu di sika rewre mu di pumping money nya sa nete o chem se eye policies a o matena se adwen ho ato adwene na emra etaye kire a ebeboa no eno mu di egu akwan mu ama ene. We are seeing the Ghana we are seeing now at this point economy no ekwa nanima IMF nso a recognize ebo Ghana abaso ewo sa kwan no. So say central to this effort are being aggressive waste cutting program, including significant reduction in the size of government, with ministers slashed from 123 to 60. Into a chema enyewe ni bi omo ye no aggressive waste cutting programs. Sense enyewe bi wo no ma omo twetwetwa so emo mpese de ka ebeba baako ene se ni enim se asoafo e wo krodwem hanom se no na omoye oha ene aduanu miensa, that is 123. Say eso ate aba eduosia. And these are some of the policies and some of the measures omudi egu akwan mu aboa ama Ghana. We are treading in one of the countries that are growing in terms of our GDP rate any idea. And the Dr. Kesley ato forcing and what church and same way for kwan ye fa so get me do the level where our GDP growth is looking good in the sight of IMF. Ebusia ye fa nsem no enko